skipping all the nonsense, I'm just going to jump right in and tell you all a story. No introduction, no build-up about how I learned how to do anything or nothing. I'm just going to jump right in and tell you all the story. Okay, no intro. Gotta keep telling myself, no intro. I used to travel back in time. I used to travel back to World War II. And I would travel to Nazi Germany, where I would become this boy who lived in an underground bunker controlled by an occult inner circle of the SS. And basically, in every vision, every time I would travel there, it's almost the same every time. I'm greeted by this smiling SS officer. Big smile on his face, very friendly, very nice. But I can immediately tell he's an extraordinarily sinister being. He takes me by the hand and he guides me down the concrete corridors, deeper and deeper into the complex, till we get to the lowest floor. And we walk through more corridors until we get to the furthest hall, furthest point down the hall to the last room, the deepest room, darkest room. There's no light, no moisture, very dry, and stinks horrendously before you even enter the room. Just a horrific smell. And the SS officer wouldn't enter the room. He'd stand outside, and the boy would go into the room and sit down in a chair. There's another chair in the room too, seated opposite the boy. Inside that chair, a gray alien, a tall gray alien. And basically what would happen is the gray and the boy would commune. And in the experience, I was the boy, so in the experience, I would commune with the gray. And one of the experiences, and one of the particular experiences, I showed up in the underground bunker, and SS officer was taking me by the hand, walking me through the corridors, and I noticed a particular door that had always been shut before, but this time it was just slightly open, cracked open. And I was overwhelmed with curiosity, and I looked up at the SS officer, and he nodded his head. So I let go of his hand, and I walked in the room that had the cracked open door. I saw something like a dentist chair that could lay back and turn into a table. And there were mechanical arms, like surgical tools, that hung from the ceiling, suspended over the chair. And I could immediately tell from their emanation that they were essentially torture devices, surgical torture devices. And so, with the mind of the boy, I examined the whole construct which I beheld, and I read the empathic signature of the room, and I had seen all that had been done in the room. And I knew the purpose of the room, and why it had been built, and who built it, and who told them to build it, and why they were told to build it. And I knew the entire history of the room from its empathic signature as the boy, perceiving through his vision. And I saw that the Greys had lied to the SS officers. The Greys had convinced the SS officers that they could torture people and use the energy that the victim releases as a psychic artillery weapon And so SS officers would torture all manner of people in these underground bunkers, believing they could redirect psychic energy to their foes. But all along what was taking place was the gray aliens themselves were feeding from that very psychic energy. I wasn't really too big on sharing this story, but I feel like it's important for me to come out and share this story, especially in the wake of all this adrenochrome stuff. Like, I know there's lightworkers out there, and they created this whole deception system where they deceive Christians and young Christians while simultaneously thinking that they're hunting pedophiles. They call them reptilian underground bases. That's the code word. And the lightworkers will talk about how they sent their spaceships to destroy some reptilian underground base to trick the gullible ass Christians. But who are Christians? Who turns to Christ? Heroin addicts, prostitutes, broken people with no paradigm, no mind, nothing. You understand? So you people, we're going to target some Christians. You're targeting the lowest, basically dumbest, the most stricken people in the freaking society. Mental illness, that's who you people are targeting. And you feel so good about yourself. Like, yeah, go Satan, go Team Satan. Hunting down ex-prostitutes trying to change their life. You know what I'm saying? People like my best friend's mother. When I grew up, my best friend, back when I lived in Douglasville, Georgia, we used to play basketball all the time. I'm not even going to tell you, I'm not even going to label them, all you little political types out there. I'm not even going to label them for you. I'm just going to tell the raw facts, the facts you people claim to love so much. And maybe you can guess this guy's race. He didn't have no father growing up around him. Single mother raised him. Former prostitute turned to Christ. She stopped being a hoe so she could raise her family and try to live the American dream, so she turned to Jesus Christ. Former prostitute, addicted to fucking drugs, addicted to sex, whoring herself out. That's who you people are going and targeting. You light workers and you left-hand path. Sick people. Disgusting. Disgusting. Holy light workers, so high and ascended. Creating all this fantastic bullshit, leading people astray who are trying to get their life straight. What y'all are doing, y'all are sending them into schizophrenia. Y'all are sending them into these high-frequency states where they fucking lose their goddamn mind and they end up in jail or they end up in a mental institution, living every day of their life, pacing back and forth between a common area and a fucking bedroom that has a door that can't close. You motherfuckers stopped them from getting off of drugs. And you motherfuckers put them in a mental institution where they live every day doped up off of Big Pharma. Way to go, Wicca. Way to go, light workers. Team Big Pharma, light workers. Team Big Pharma. Left-hand path. Post-Crowley and post-LeVay. Left-hand path. Team Big Pharma. Left-hand path. Team Big Pharma. Way to go. Team Satan, Big Pharma. Way to go, everybody on dope. Constitutional rights, what's that? Right? We're light workers. We're ascended. We're above earthly law. Fuck the Constitution. Fuck America borders and everything, right? Light worker. You ascended angel. You motherfuckers ain't even gonna catch none of the real ones. You'll catch the fucking, the piss ass, the fucking, yeah, they might have top positions here and there where everybody knows them. Up in celebrity circles and shit like that. They're drinking blood, they're drinking adrenochrome, they're doing fucked up ass shit to children, blah, blah, blah. Hunting down reptilian underground bases. Stupid fairy tale ass shit, deception. Because you think you're better than people. Just like how the freaking atheists who controlled religion of the past, like the Catholic Church, atheists controlled Catholic Church, and atheists didn't believe that the dumb masses were smart enough for the truth. Just like you light workers don't believe people are smart enough for the truth. Some will figure it out and some won't. I'm karma's hidden hand. Karma's a fucking whore. And you're a pimp of karma, you fucking pimp. Anybody can trick that goddamn whore out. Y'all ain't gonna catch none of the real ones, because you don't believe in them. Because y'all are materialists. Materialists have taken over, violently taken over, the occult community, the spiritual community. Materialists with no spiritual paradigm, abhorrent to spiritual experience, who are pro-big pharma. You're pro-big pharma with no spiritual paradigm, invading, infiltrating the spiritual, occult, philosophical communities. Turning around telling people about hunting underground reptilian bases. Fucking stupid, pathetic ass bullshit. Fucking sick, miserable. That's sad. Y'all are playing whack-a-mole, but y'all ain't unplugging the machine, because y'all like playing the motherfucking game too much. I don't need to drink motherfuckers' blood. You understand? And let me tell you something. Motherfucking victims, most victims are so fucking blown wide open, they just walk around dumping. I can just walk past the victim and just be like, ooh. But you fucking dumb people are still hunting underground reptilian bases. Fucking pathetic. Y'all have no idea what is real, what people are really capable of, what demons really are. Y'all are fucking universalists. You fucking destroyed your own history. You fucking destroyed everybody's history, you fucking universalists. But guess what, people like me, who can awaken our soul's memory? A technique that you don't even believe in. A technique that you claim to talk about. But when you talk about it, you fucking teach people this shit to blow them up. Up, high frequency, 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 high frequency. Just stay in beta brainwave state all the motherfucking time. Ain't that right, Lightworker? Ain't that right, Lightworker? Everybody just stay in beta brainwave state. Don't nobody ever get no rest. Till motherfuckers go insane. And ain't that right? What's that term? What's that term? Flip. Flip them. Ain't that right? Y'all just flipping them. Real alchemists you are, social engineers, huh? What do you think, you're the Freemasons? All of y'all pathetic to me. Don't none of y'all have the power I have. Don't none of y'all believe it exists. But I fucking awoke it. I woke the fucking power. And I don't care what I have to do, or how long it takes. I don't care if I fail. I'm gonna freaking return the fucking occult philosophy back to where it belongs. Reclaim occult philosophy, reclaim spirituality from you base materialists who don't believe in a goddamn thing, who use deception to pick on mentally ill people. Try and manipulate people trying to get off of heroin. You try and manipulate people trying to get off of alcohol, trying to manipulate people getting out of pimping and whoring. Send them into the mental institution so they can spend the next 6 months of their life doped out on big pharma. Way to go, light worker. Love and light.